say that? Okay, there we go. Then hit go live, right? Okay, cool. There we go.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Hello, and welcome to BKS1 Radio.
Welcome, everyone.
The Owl Show. I said the Row. I can't even talk. The Owl Show is your girl Chanel, and of course, I am with Miss Queen B tonight. You are back with us, Miss Queen B. You were out lovey-dovey anniversary last week, so I
celebrating.
Left me by my lonesome, but I'm not mad at you.
My bad.
I'm not mad at you. So since we haven't seen you in 2 weeks, how are you? First and foremost, let me know how you doing. What's going on with you?
I'm actually great. Like you said, I was actually celebrating. What are we both doing
what's wrong with us today? I think we talk so much that today is just the problem.
So I was celebrating, which I had a great week from start to finish. Shout out to Dawn, who made every single day special. I tried to do for her and she did for me. So shout out to her. Love is love. Okay?
Oh, it's so sappy and just
not happy. It's love. Anyway, no, I had a great adventurous, and then I had a week off of work, so that's always good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how are you otherwise? That's the ultimate question of, how are you? Because we're still in the midst of 2 pandemics out here.
Absolutely.
We're still in the midst of 2 pandemics. We got social justice and we have COVID-19. So, how are you managing? I think we're 10 months in now? Is it 10 months? Okay, so we're 10 months in.
I'm managing well. I do see some people are still losing their life. Some people are still saying it's not real. Some people are still saying they don't want to put masks on, but people are really losing their life left and right, washing hands and doing all the things that we, social distancing, not just from the people.
Wait, hold on. They were saying that they couldn't hear us. Let me see. Can you guys hear us? Let me see.
I'm managing well.
Okay. No. We should be fine now. Sorry. Quick technical. I can hear us on our system. I'm not sure what's going on.
So social distancing and washing your hands and making sure that you are sanitizing and doing all the stuff that you need to do. I think, again, we still should be doing that. We should not be walking away from that,
Yes. Yeah. It's crazy how I don't think we realize how lax we had all gotten over the summer, right?
Right.
So, the initial thing was, when the heat comes, it's going to kill the germs. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to be good. And, over the summer, because, we live in the Northeast, we were able to go outside and do that outdoor dining thing. And I think we kind of got really, really lax. So now that time period is over for us and outside is literally 20 to 30 degrees, now it's like, oh shoot, now what do we do?
But see, I knew that most of the time, September, October-ish is the time that flu season comes. And I think everyone's immune is down between October, November, and all of that, because the weather changes and just, pneumonia is at an all-time high. And just immune systems are compromised. So I knew. And I think I said this like weeks before we talked about this. And I was just like, you're not going to know the difference between a common cold and symptoms of COVID-19.
Yeah.
It's just at this point, if you did not want to, because there are still people saying, I don't want to mask up. And they really think that people are just not losing their lives from COVID. And they really are. Yeah. I just had a childhood friend's mother pass away today. Husband and her got it. And unfortunately she succumbed today. And so it's a real thing, and we really do need to be active and continue to be healthy. I mean, before the show started, you talked about, the vitamins. We need to boost our immune, and which speaks to me, volumes to me, because I don't take everything like I regularly should. I'm a little better because I'm home now, but I don't take it as much as I should. And we should, be boosting our immune.
Yeah, all of that is important. I'm taking at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm taking five vitamins a day at this point, just to try to boost my immune system. Now, I'm not saying that if I got anything that it would help, but listen, at this point, I'm just trying
anything. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying everything. So, we have to do what we have to do, and we have to do what we know to do at this point. And like you said, the washing of the hands and making sure that you're still social distancing and like I say, when we get lax, we are so used to, I'm just going to be around people I know. And it's like, who says that they couldn't have contracted anything from when they were out? So it's like
people is the ones that actually are giving it to you. Like, you notice that, like those are people that you come in constant contact with. You're more than likely to get it from someone rather than someone you don't know. Because a lot of us are staying away from people we don't know. We go to the grocery store, you'll social distance, but not in your home. You know what I mean?
And you know what? And that actually speaks to me too. Like I'm convicted in my spirit right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like I said, we're really just getting to the point where we can't really be outside anymore up here, because we had some nice days for such a long time. And we're just getting to the point where it's like, no, you can't go here. You can't do this anymore. You can't do that. You shouldn't be around this amount of people. And we're just getting to that point. So it's like, everybody slow down. We got about 4 months of hunkering down the way it was, when it first began.
Did they say that we were doing? Did Biden say?
No. They haven't officially said it. But what I'm saying is, during these cold months, it's almost back to like being at the beginning right now.
But I think that is exactly what's going on. I think that what happens is we've been out. Now we're in, and that's what's going on. Like now it's like at an all-time high, because we're back in, and we are passing it that way.
Right. So either way, I'm glad we started off, talking about that, because it allows me to segue into exactly what we've been doing. So last week we started doing our shows featuring individuals who are, no matter what is going on, like we started off the show saying, we are in the midst of 2 pandemics right now. We have social justice going on, and we have COVID-19 that's going on. But even in the midst of that, and even while it looks like to some all hope is lost, to some people are dealing with the loss of loved ones. You just a lot of loss. We talk about it all the time. Loss of job, loss of self, loss of home, food insecurity, whatever that may be. We still are just finding ways to feature people who are still finding ways to use the pause. We had 5 amazing guests last week who found it not robbery. Is that churchy? Is that too churchy?
It was.
who found it not robbery to share 15 minutes of their time just to talk about what they've been doing. They didn't completely stop during this pandemic. Now, there's no offense against people who have completely stopped and shut down, because listen, just
whatever it
is for you, just maintaining at this time is a blessing if you are able to do so. That is definitely a blessing. However, if you are able to maintain and do more on top of it, God bless you for that as well. So we are just choosing to feature those who are still doing something throughout this time period, as hard as it may be for some.
Right.
So we have 3 amazing guests. Last week we had 5. This week we have 3. But tonight we have 3 amazing guests who are going to come on and who are going to talk to us about some of the things that they are doing. So we're going to go from just charities and giving back to people who are expanding businesses, to people who have found side hustles, to whatever it is that they may be. They just decided that even though this is the time period, they were not going to let this get them down or stop their ideas. I feel like one of the greatest things about this time period throughout this pause is that it has not paused people's creativity, and for many it has not paused people's ambition, and I feel like that's an amazing thing. So our first guest, who has been on she's no stranger to the show. She's been there before. She has a new charity that's entitled Fill a Bag. And the Fill a Bag charity is accepting donations of any kind to give to those who are in need. So at the end of this, I want everybody to know that next week, Queen B and I are going to be in studio. And when we're in studio, we are, in fact, going to be taking donations for the Fill a Bag charity. So if you are in the area, please make sure whatever it is that you have to donate, that you will be bringing it in studio next week. And we are going to make sure that Miss Sean gets all of that for those who are in need. So everybody, please help me welcome to the virtual Owl Show today, Miss Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, babe.
How are you on this cold winter night?
Yes.
I finished working with my daycare babies.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So listen, tell us a bit about, because I'm actually going to show a couple of your daycare babies in a few minutes, but tell us a bit about Fill a Bag and how it started.
Well, first it started me and my husband here, as in your brother, Marcus say.
What's up? What's up?
We was driving up North Jersey. We was in Newark, and I saw this homeless lady, and she was in the garbage. And I'm like, I kept hearing a voice in my head, and I'm like, I thought I was crazy at first. Like, I didn't know what that voice was. And before that, maybe weeks ago, before that, I was still hearing a voice in my head saying, "Be the help." And I'm like, what is this voice? So from there, I just realized that was God. And when the pandemic started, my business came to a complete halt. Like, it just stopped. Because, I have my own business, daycare, I couldn't watch the kids, everybody was staying home. So, it was just Big Mark, he was working in me, and I'm not used to that because I was running my own business for the past, 27, 28 years. And I'm like, dang, man, I was really hurt. Then I realized, and it kept saying in my head, it's not about you. It's not about you. That's when I just started Fill a Bag. It just came to my head, let me, what can I do? So, I said, okay.
Wait, can we pause right there? Because I don't even think that you have just dropped 2 gems already in 30 seconds of talking. You have said, be the help, and it's not about you.
Yep.
Those 2 things already are amazing. Those 2 things are something that we all need to focus on that time. First of all, have you hashtagged Be the Help?
Because if not,
If not, then you need to do it after this show tonight. You need to hashtag Be the Help. And as a matter of fact, if you decide to do a shirt with Be the Help on it, I listen.
You another day.
Okay.
No.
Listen. Be the help. Yes. I mean, be the help. And it's not about you, because we're all so worried about what am I going through at this time? What is going on with me at this time? What did I lose at this time? And sometimes during this pause, you do have to realize maybe it's not about you. Maybe you were just fine during this pause, but somebody else is worse off than you.
Exactly.
You know? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, when we was in Newark, I saw the young lady, and I came home, me and Mark, and we just made it happen. We made the bags, we printed, the words on there, and we just made it happen. I started reaching out, and it was kind of cool because I started down here in 609 where I live, and from this community, everybody just started dropping stuff off to my house, and it was great because everybody was coming together. And that's what I wanted. I wanted people to come together. And some people's like, well, do you want me to go shopping? I want them to go shopping so they can get the actual feel of it. What the less fortunate, what they need. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people cash at me. I get it, because that's fine because they're in another state. But I want people to feel it so they can understand what they need. And that's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Since I've been doing this, I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm just hooked now.
So what are some things that you find that they need? Like, I know you said which is excellent to say. A lot of, you can always just send money, or you can always just, give you whatever, but you said you want them to do the shopping and you want them to feel what they need. What do you find, some things that you find that people actually need that we take as just, it comes second nature to us? Everything we have, right?
They need socks, because their feet get cold, and some of their shoes have holes in them. So they definitely need socks, gloves, hats, the tuna fish packets, because they can eat it with their hand. You got to get stuff they can eat with their hand, but sometimes tuna fish packets have the spoon in it. And for the women, sanitary pads, they definitely need that. Some people are trying to do tampons, but sometimes tampons is not good for them because it's just not good.
Well, yes. Yeah. For various reasons.
Water, like fleece, nice little coats. Somebody donated. I don't know if y'all know Carl Banks. He was an NFL player years ago. He has his own line of clothing. He donated some nice fleece jackets. So it's a lot of stuff you realize what they need. So,
well, here I'm gonna share my screen right now, and I want to. Here we go. So this is one of your original. Here, can everybody see that?
Oh yeah, now right there, that is my Bethlehem girl. My girl Tisha Braxton. I called her and I told her, the situation, and she was like, "Okay, we're gonna get my sisters out here together." And there it was. I went out there one Saturday, and thanks to Candace, she had everything, on the table. I brought the bags, and we filled the bags, and we dropped it off to the shelter, and we did that in one.
So you are expanding. This is not just for New Jersey, because this is Bethlehem, Pennsylvania right here.
Yes, it is. But we dropped it off to Easton because they didn't have a shelter in Bethlehem. So yes, we went to Easton. But what I'm trying to do, if you're going to get it, I'm trying to do state to state, city to city, community to community. Like I did Bethlehem, my next step, I'm going to New York. Like I told you, I'm going to New York next week.
Nice. Week.
Yes. Okay. And that's my two babies there. They was helping me do the bags. That's the bags that was 85 bags right there. We were able to donate to Elizabeth Shelter.
And these are drawstring bags. So these are bags that they are able to take with them with their stuff in it wherever they go.
They could be outside. Some of them have blankets in there, believe it or not. Like I said, hats, gloves, scarves, socks. They got food in there. They got drinks in there. They got nail clippers in there. They got soap in there. They got sanitary, whatever you name, they have.
That is really interesting. I'm okay. Well, like I said previously, I have two more images to show and a ton of questions. But as I said previously, we are definitely going to be accepting donations.
Okay.
We're going to be accepting donations. So for anybody who would like to be a part of this, just please make sure that you bring your donations to the studio as early as next week.
I'll do my shopping before I get there.
Definitely. So we will be in the studio next week. And while we are there, we are going to be taking in the donations for everyone. So if you're watching now and you would like to be a part of this, Queen Bee and I, like I said, will be in the studio. We can send the address out if anybody needs that. And Sean is going to come and pick those items up from me on, what is that, Thursday or Friday?
Yes.
Okay. So if I can get everything on that Tuesday night, I'll have it here at my home, and then we'll just go ahead and hold on, I'm trying to get back to you guys. We'll just go ahead and hold on. I can't get back to you guys. We'll just go ahead. Okay, you guys can see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see Sean now.
Okay, 1 second. All right. We'll go ahead and accept those donations on your behalf at the studio, and then go ahead and make sure that you get it. So the other one here, I wanted to show one last image because, like you said, you had your daycare babies who were why is this not coming up for me? I'm having some technical difficulties, everybody, with oh, here it is. There we go. Technology, everybody. Here it is. 1 second. So I want to get to your daycare babies. There we are. So you were talking about your daycare babies who were also helping out. First of all, it's cute with their Santa hats on. So they look like little elves who are helping the less fortunate, which I think is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I explained to them everything, about the less fortunate, and they was like, "Oh my God, can we help you with the bag, Auntie Sean?" So they just love the help, and it was really, really sad. I mean, like tears in their eyes, but I like to be honest with them. I tell them the truth. Yeah,
so that they understand exactly what they're doing. That is awesome. And you know what? Kids that age, they want to help. They want to help. They want to be a part of something.
Exactly.
So that's good. So listen, tell everybody how they can find you and if they want to donate. So not only to the show next Tuesday to come bring everything down, but if they want to donate outside of that, how can they do so?
They can email me at sujmedia@gmail.com.
Okay. That's it?
Yep, that's it. Because we're working on the website right now as we speak. So.
Okay. So tell everybody again how they can do that.
sujmedia@gmail.com.
All right. Can I share this with everybody, or I can do so? Okay. So listen, everybody, once you have donated, you will be the proud recipient of this award. Now listen, I'm not saying to utilize this for anything other than being proud of yourself, but if you need proof that you donated to a charity when you do your taxes, all I'm saying is it's right here that you have proof that you donated to a charity. So you get one of these. Mine was dropped off personally. Thank you so much. But no, honestly, it's more about feeling good and it's more about helping. So exactly. Kudos to you for what you are doing. And like I said, if you have not hashtagged what we talked about at the beginning of the interview.
Please do. Yes.
I definitely will. And I want to thank who donated. I want to thank y'all for giving me this time. I want to thank my baby daddy, my business partner, all the this is my man right here. Like without him, none of this probably, because he supports in everything I do and vice versa. This is my homie right here. So I
just love the fact that like she said, in the moment of pause, that you did not Just worry about yourself. I know a lot of times we've gotten away from each one teach one. We've gotten away from community. We've gotten away from caring about, we are our sister or brother's keeper. We totally got away from that. But I'm glad that you actually have stayed the course and you are innovative enough to say, you know what, I need to do something for someone, and what can I do? You gotta hashtag be the help. You got to. But it's an unselfish thing to give back when you don't know what would happen with you, and it's crazy because people say all the time, like you said, your business was at a standstill and everything like that. A lot of times you could have got caught up in just worry, like, what am I going to do with my family? What about me? You understand? And you didn't do that. So that to me speaks volumes. It really does.
At the blink of an eye, that can be you out there. People
Absolutely.
And because you have this, it can't change tomorrow. That's not true, man. So, and the way I grew up, my life was a little crazy. So
listen.
I know me and you, we, almost had that same life. So we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it made me who I am today, make me work hard. So
definitely.
Well, listen, kudos to you for your unselfishness. Kudos to you for answering the call. Kudos to you for hearing and ciphering out exactly what it is that you need to do. I know it is only going to grow, and I know that it is only going to expand, and we will definitely be there to help, to assist, to donate, to feature, to whatever it is that you need and whatever needs to be done. Just let us know, and we are definitely there. Everybody's in the comment section right now talking about awesome, so proud of you, this is great. So everybody is making comments right now, and and I feel the same way. Congrats to you for doing this, and I know it's not about you, but you answered the call. So
I'm trying to open a community center, but I want it in a big house. I don't want to build it. I want a house so it could be homely. So that's my next step. So I just feel like God is trying to put me through this now so I can feel it, like what they're going through, so I can understand it more. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Well, listen, just let us know anything you're doing, and we are right here.
All right, thank you so much. And I'm used to bringing people to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Now
now it's you being featured, right?
And I'm like over here shaking, like, oh my God.
No, it's just a conversation. That's all. It's just a conversation. So again, thank you so much. Thank you so very much for being a part of that, and thank you so much for sharing yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing yourself and sharing everything that you're doing right now. Again, everybody who wants to donate, please make sure you come out this holiday season. We will be in the studio next Tuesday on December 15th. Please make sure you come down and bring whatever it is. If you need the address to the studio, please DM myself or DM Queen B, and we will be there, and you can just bring your stuff down, and I will make sure that it gets to Sean and we can fill bags. Sean, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I love y'all.
Love you. Love you. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you next week, actually.
All righty.
Okay.
Peace. Have a good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Queen B, listen. I know that I have so much stuff that I'm going to be bringing to the studio with me next week. So we'll just have a lot. Well, I won't necessarily need to bring it to studio, but I have a lot to go and get and donate to all of these bags. But hashtag be the help. Hashtag be the help.
Yeah.
Be the help.
Yes.
That resonated with me. You know? Me too. Yeah. That definitely resonated with me.
Don't keep dropping.
That definitely resonated with me because you gotta step outside yourself, you know?
It's so easy to get caught up in everything you got going on yourself.
Yeah.
It's to me, when you don't have much yourself or you unsure about what's going on with you, it is amazing that you can be unselfish and just give back. Everything is uncertainty. We live in uncertain times right now. You know what I mean? Nothing's sure. We're here. We're not, jobs, people have continually lost jobs.
Yeah.
People continually lose housing. People continually are losing cars, and daycares and everything are shutting down. And some people are having to quit jobs. Let's just not forget that some people are having to quit jobs in order to take care of their children and be in school. I read something the other day where a female got reprimanded 3 times for helping her child while in school. And she's like, what do I do? Do I quit or have them fire me? Because at this point, she can't be home by herself. I'm at work. I have no one else,
Well, I'm glad you are talking about, people having jobs and doing extra, because that's what we're going to be talking about with our next guest. So our next guest is a personal friend of the both of ours. Yes. So anybody who doesn't know us personally, I'm sure you've seen my page, or I'm sure you've seen Queen B's page, and you'll see that there's 7 women, right? There's always 7 women when we go out. So whenever we're out, we're dressed up, it's birthdays, there's always 7 of us. So Queen B and I are just 2 of the 7.
Yes.
Of this sister group. But tonight we are going to feature a 3rd member of this sister group who is also doing something during this pause right now. So it's after you have given back and you want to come home and you want to take a break and you want to be grateful and you want to be thankful for everything that you have and the fact that you were able to give and donate. Then you need to call our girl Melly, because you can actually sit at home, take a sip, relax, and reflect on the entire situation. So I'm introducing to you, everybody, our friend Melly, who has Melly's Mason Jars. Is that it?
Well, I changed it to Melly's Coquito this year, but yes.
Okay. So Melly's Coquitos. So Melly makes coquitos. Is it just around the holiday season, right?
Just around the holiday season, right before Thanksgiving, up until I think the latest I've done it was around Super Bowl. But that's
that's good.
That's by request, though.
Right. So tell us how you started, because we're talking to people who are using the pause. You didn't say to yourself, you know what? We're in the midst of COVID. I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do this. You are also doing something and using the pause to increase who you are, your brand, and everything it is that you want to do. So I want to know, what made you start doing this?
Well, about 4 years ago, a friend of mine asked me if I knew how to make coquitos. A friend of all of ours, Yusuf. And I told him I knew how to make it, but he just wanted to try it because somebody was selling it. And he asked me to make him some because he didn't want to pay for it, I guess. So I went out and I got the stuff because I know the recipe. The coquito is a Puerto Rican eggnog, so there's different ways to make it. It's always made around the holidays. Some people make eggnog from scratch with eggs. Some people make it with coconut cream, coconut milk. It's so many milk, just regular milk. There's so many different ways to make it. But my mom used to make some when I was little. So, and she told me what I need. So I made him a bottle and he said, you should sell this. And I was like, I don't know, because work. And, at that time, my daughter, Taylor, wasn't driving. So I was like, it's too much. He's like, nobody, everybody who I know that's selling this is like a far as ways, we got to meet, but you should just get the buzz around here. He said, I don't know anyone in this area that's selling them. So I didn't want to make bottles. So I started off with mason jars, which is where the Melly's Mason Jars came from. I figured these would be cute little stocking stuffers. This was like the first design I had. It was just in the mason jars. I got some ribbon, got a little fabric, and I was like, you people could use this. I made some samples to give to my employees, and that's not good when you work at Human Resources, but I did it off work. So I brought some to work, and at 5 o'clock, I was like, you guys want to taste something? And I made different, I made a regular one, a chocolate one, and they were like, yeah, this is good. Like they approved of it. So I was like, all right. So I started getting a little buzz. I didn't even have an Instagram page. I just started posting it, and then people were like, I don't want the dual jar. I want a bottle. You know, like, can you make me some bottles? So then, and then it just went from there. My mom, you know, and other friends, they just had, you know, my friends had empty wine bottles laying around. I had plenty. So we just my mom took the sticker off for me, and I just started putting them in bottles, and it just took off. So I was like, all right, it was a lot. My first year was very overwhelming because it was new and people just wanted more. And like, was that nobody around was really selling this around here that I knew of. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'm not doing this again. It's too much. And then the next year came around, and like maybe before, like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, somebody was like, are you still making coquitos? And I was like, all right, I'll just make it for you. And it just took off from there. One order led to like 5, 6, and it just keeps going. This year, I said I wasn't. This year, I said, I'm not going to make it. I just got a new job. I was promoted. And it was like, I wanted to focus on my career. You know, I was like, oh, it's a pandemic. I didn't want to do this. And then a friend of mine was like, well, you know, it's not like Dunkin' Donuts stopped selling pumpkin spice because of, you know, the pandemic.
It's true.
You know? And it was, you know, because I was like, oh, it's a pandemic. Nobody's going to really, you know, I sell the drinks for gatherings. So it's like, why am I promoting this drink to bring to your gatherings? People aren't having gatherings.
Listen, what they do after is not your business.
Right. I was like, I ain't going to do it. It's too much time. And when he said that, I was like, oh, God, he's right. And then my sister asked me if I was going to, and she's all the way in Denmark. And she was like, well, why not? What other better time to do it if you're going to be home? You don't have to worry about, you were overwhelmed because you was having to get them done in the morning, take them to work with you so you could drop them off on your way home from work. You were staying up all night making them, and she's like, but now you're home. Like, people could come pick them up while you're working. Or you could you take a break and just meet somebody somewhere real quick. So at first I said, okay, well, I'm just going to sell them to the people, my regular customers. And then, I don't know, I just was like, let me stop. Let me take advantage of this moment. I'm working from home. I need to pull away from the computer anyway. Let me just try it. And now I'm here. And then, you know, I wanted to step away from the mason jars title because I wasn't making just mason jars anymore because I was making them out of bottles. Like 2 years ago, somebody asked me, can you make them with Hennessy? And I tried, and I'm not a Hennessy drinker. I'm not a cognac drinker. And I tried it. I had Yusef test them for me, and he was like, they're good. So now I make them out of Hennessy bottles. This is a very popular one around because a lot of people start to make them now, but I make them out of Hennessy. Last year I did cookies and cream, and I have regular chocolate ones, and I go in all sizes. This is the half-gallon size.
Gotta get the cookies and
cream.
And
this is the chocolate. Cookies and cream is is my favorite. Even with, I make them without alcohol too for Taylor. She likes cookies and cream ice cream, but it's with coconut cream. So it's very tropical, very good. Like, I love drinking that without the alcohol in it.
Gotta put my order in.
You sure
So
do.
Listen, okay, so run down the flavors again for everybody who wants.
So we got regular that comes in. Well, these come in, I could do these in mason jars and regular bottles. So the regular bottle is 750 milliliters, which is your average wine bottle. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Hennessy, this size is it's the same size, it's 750 milliliters. So it's actually the same volume as a wine bottle. Mm-hmm. So I'll make them in Hennessy. And then we have chocolate, which is this is my half-gallon bottle. Mm-hmm. And then I don't have a cookies and cream one, but I can make cookies and cream. I've made a cookies and cream Hennessy one. I've made
wait, look,
it's not my stomach. I was like, are you sure about that? But okay,
yeah, I have to be right.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I made chocolate Hennessy, and Hennessy's probably the most requested. And then people want it in the Hennessy bottle. I'm like, well, it's the same thing if it was in this size bottle, but who knows? But yeah, those are my flavors.
So nonetheless, your business has expanded this year as well. I mean, I know it's just the start of the season, but even in the midst of the pandemic, you're still getting orders. Are you finding that you're getting more or less so far?
So far, I would have to say it was less than normal by now. I do have Christmas orders, But before Christmas, I would get them every weekend because people were doing people had holiday parties to go to, their jobs holiday parties, or just ugly sweater parties. So they would bring their bottles to those parties. But because there's not many going around, they're gathering. A lot of people are gathering at the actual holiday. So they're putting in orders like, I need it for Christmas. Before it was every weekend up until Christmas, after Christmas, New Year's Eve, after New Year's Eve, because it was always a party or a holiday gathering every weekend from Thanksgiving until the end of January. So it is less, it's more than I expected. Like for Thanksgiving, it took all, I didn't expect that many orders for Thanksgiving. When people found out that I was actually selling them for Thanksgiving, like I had to stop and tell people that's it, I'm sold out. People were wanting them on Thanksgiving. And I was like, no, I'm done. Yes. Toya was one of those people.
I was
on Thanksgiving.
Like on Thanksgiving, we were eating dinner and we were like, you know what it would be.
Did you tell her it was sold out, Melly?
Yes.
She did.
I told her it was sold out.
She originally told me that it was sold out, but then she turned around and made a bottle and then we went and got it. So.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
I felt bad, and it was like, okay, fine, I could make. My mom was like, are you bringing your bottle? And I know that one order, one of my batches makes 2 bottles. So
okay,
I was like, fine, but I think I would have ended up making one for her anyway, just because it was Edward that wanted it, not really her.
Also, that's what pushed it.
Yeah.
We are not doing this in front of company people, so we're gonna bring this back, and we'll talk about this after the show. Anyway, tell everybody how they can find you if they want to make an order, or what's your Instagram and social media handles.
Sure. I'm on Instagram. You can find me on my personal Instagram is Life is Melly, and then I have Melly's Coquito, which looks like Melissa Coquitos. There's no apostrophe, obviously. And on my Facebook. But the Melly's Coquito Instagram page is public. You'll see they can leave me a message, DM me for prices. Right now, I'm meeting people. I deliver locally. I'm trying to stay, but I'm home. So my times are a lot more flexible than before, where I used to be like, I have to meet you after work, or I have to meet you before work. But now I'm home to where I could do a run in the middle of the day to meet you somewhere. But yeah.
We have some comments. Somebody said it would be great to market them once a month. They're not a drinker, so they would want the virgin style. But you have people in the comments who are saying they're going to reach out to you for a bottle for Christmas. You have some more people that are going to reach out to you as well. So you're actually getting some orders online right now as we speak.
Come on over.
But again, kudos to you because
thank you.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead, B.
Just is your non-alcohol coquitos, do a lot of people order a lot of those?
No, not really. I have one customer that's been with me from the beginning. Like I met her on Instagram, and she always gets a mason jar for her daughter.
Okay.
And then she got some for her and her daughter and her friends, and she likes the cookies and cream one.
Because that's what I was gonna say. For children, I personally plan on getting some for my household. But I think for children, I think the non-alcoholic, I think that's great. Like, because like you said, cookies and cream. If you like the ice cream,
if you like the ice cream, you're gonna love the Coquito one because it has a hint of coconut in it. So it's really good. I love coconut personally, so it's really, really good.
Me too. Oh well, I gotta put my orders in.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
Although I don't know where to find you, but that's okay. No.
I was in love. We just talked about this in the beginning of the show.
Listen, no, seriously. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you the same way, we are proud of everybody who is doing something in the pause. You're using the pause. You are expanding yourself. You're expanding your brand. Just like I said to Sean, who was our first guest, the fact that you were able to do so at this time period where a lot of people are getting down and a lot of people are getting discouraged in their life. So the fact that you're still doing it is amazing. We're proud of you. We are going to support and we're here and we're ready. So I already got one for Thanksgiving. So I just have to get a few more. I think I need some more for the night we take pictures and our Christmas stuff. I think that's what we're going to do.
That's a festive event. That's even a better reason to order a drink.
I just want to say, Ed, more so than ever. A lot of times we don't realize the gifts that we have, you know, and sometimes we got to use what we have, right? So sometimes people are not innovative. And innovation is not always looking outside in the world of what to do, but it's like, what do I do that's good? What do I know that'll sell? And I just like that. I'm glad that you actually took this, and you just never know. You just never know.
You never know. 4 years ago, if you would have told me that I would still be doing this 4 years later, I probably would have been looked at you like you were crazy. I wasn't thinking, or even thinking of new ways to package. Like now I have this sticker that Sherilyn made for me. Like I have like this thing that she made, and thinking of different ways to market myself, different flavors. I didn't think I would be here for you. I thought it was just a one winter thing and that's it. But now every year I say I'm not going to do it, and I end up doing it anyway because, you know, for me, it's like a break from my work. It's a break, and it's something that I like to do. And I meet so many different people on Instagram and whatnot. Okay.
Well, listen, you all know some of my future goals. One of them is to own a vineyard. So maybe the store will be called Wine and Coquito. So I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Listen, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Do your Instagram handle one more time so everybody knows where to find you.
Life is Melly or Melly's Coquito, which is MELISCOQUITOS.
All right, everybody, place your orders. Place them now. The sooner
orders,
so that she knows. All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Melly.
Thank you.
Talk to you
guys
after the show.
Bye. I love you guys sometimes. Bye.
But yeah, so B, I am again very proud of our crew. We have you know, not only are we, you know, doing the show and everything at this time period and literally never stopped throughout the pandemic, but you know, we have our friends who are also doing so many things. I think all of us are doing something else on the side. So that is truly a blessing. Another blessing, we have another guest who is going to come on right now. Let me make sure that we let her in. All right. We have another guest that's coming on. So for everybody who doesn't know, we had a women's conference about 2 years ago now. And we had a number of vendors who were at the women's conference. One of the biggest talks of the town of there, besides our speakers, was this young lady. This young lady came, and at the time, I think she was just starting with her sweet rolls. And the sweet rolls were such a hit at the women's conference that I believe they sold out that day.
They sold out because I didn't get one.
Uh-oh. Okay. So
I'm still waiting on one.
So they sold out at the women's conference. And again, like I told her when we spoke earlier today, she has still been on our radar. I mean, ever since in the last 2 years, because whenever the world opens back up and whenever we're able to have something else, she is going to be the first person we call. Now, I know since then she has moved, but I don't know. We may have to get a plane ticket so that she can get back over to this coast so that she can be there. Everybody, please help us. Welcome to the Owl Show tonight, Miss Siani.
How you guys doing today?
Welcome.
Are you guys able to hear me?
You're breaking up a little bit.
You guys hear me?
We can. It's kind of breaking up, but listen, that's technology right now, so we get it. Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me a little bit better now?
Yes, it's better. Yes.
All right. Awesome.
So first of all, tell everybody.
Like you already said.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We're good. How is Cranky Grannies?
Cranky Grannies is doing awesome out here in Texas. We are doing great. Our first week, we pushed out more than it said 400 sweet rolls, but we actually did more than 500 sweet rolls in our first week, and it was just a 3-day weekend. And ever since we've been doing really good. A lot of people have been hearing about us. A lot of people have been showing up. It's been a little bit slow since Thanksgiving, but things have still been going awesome. Things have really been great. This is going on our 4th week.
Listen, tell
it's still
everybody
early.
your age and how you got started.
I'm 21 years old. I started officially when I was 18, but I started doing the market research for it when I was 15. So I started doing the market research for when I was 15. I did it for about 3 years, and I finally started to execute Cranky Granny to the fullest once I turned 18, right after graduating out of high school. And it wasn't like I was saying, I'm gonna start after high school. It was more so I started the paperwork for the trademark of the logo and the name and things like that, but things weren't completed until it just so happened after high school, like maybe a month after. So that's basically how that went.
And where does the name come from?
So the name comes from, well, I basically dedicated the business to my granny, and she's actually the logo. I had my graphic designer draw her up. So it's a dedication to her and my mother, and anything that your grandma makes, it's going to be good. So Cranky Granny sweet rolls are delicious. And then it's also like a play on words because you got cranky, you got sweet. So, and all of us got a granny that's either cranky or sweet, or they're a mixture.
Yes. Listen, so your sweet rolls are like this size bun, and now you have them in different flavors. I believe when you came to the women's conference, you had 2 flavors. There was regular, and I think you had chocolate that day, if I'm not mistaken. But tell everybody how you
started out with 2 flavors. So we started out with 2 flavors. Well, I guess you could say 3 in a sense. So we had classic, caramel, apple, and mocha. And I believe at the women's conference we had classic, caramel, apple, mocha, and strawberry. If I can remember, I think we had strawberry as well. But I used to work over at this place called Rita's. I'm sure y'all have it in North Jersey, right? So I used to work over at this place called Rita's for about 4 or 5 years. And I noticed how so many different people had different palettes, whether you was black, white, Indian, Hispanic, it didn't matter what you were. Everybody had a different palette. Everybody wanted something different. So I'm like, what if I did the same thing, but with sweet rolls? Because Cinnabon doesn't have any type of competition. So what if I just basically became the Rita's of sweet rolls? So that's basically how that went about. So I started to kind of get some ideas from some of our top flavors that we would sell over at Rita's. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to try these ones out. And then just some things that I was doing in high school anyway. I was like, I know people like caramel apple. My chef, who actually taught me like a lot of the things that I know, her favorite one was mocha. So I was like, yeah, mocha is going to be an automatic. Plus, I love chocolate too. So I'm like, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. So then we ultimately had about 8 flavors, and then we just kept on expanding once the seasons would change and things. So like last season we had pumpkin and we had cheesecake. This season we have eggnog, but we still have the other 11 flavors that we offer. Plus now we have a vegan version as well, but we only have a classic vegan. And come 2021 though, we will have 3 other flavors that throw on top of the vegan as well. So
and
we're tapping into the vegan market as well.
What made you want to do this?
Well, the sweet rolls or the vegan version?
The sweet rolls.
Cinnabon didn't have any type of competition. I was in this entrepreneur class when I was 15, 16, and 17, going into 18. It was an entrepreneur course. It was taught by an entrepreneur that graduated from the high school about maybe 20 years prior, and his way of giving back was coming back to show us basically like the ropes instead of just donating money, because you never know what happens with it when you donate to places. So he was just like, I'm just going to go give my services. And he kind of made it into like some type of competition where, if you win, you'll win $100,000 for your first business, plus you'll win blah blah blah. That anything negative makes me go harder. So the fact that I was basically being told no made me say yes. Like, no, I'm still going to do this whether you help me or not. But I kept giving someone else ideas, and he was just listening one day. He was like, how about you stop giving other people ideas, take one of your own, because to do mini cinnamon rolls because she wanted to do mini desserts. So I'm like, And we just so happened to be watching something about Cinnabon having some type of flavored liquor. And I'm like, oh snap, I want to do a flavored liquor. I'm only 15 now. So he's like, wait, I'm gonna have to wait like 6 years. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But we just so happened to be experimenting with cinnamon rolls in high school around that time. And at first, honestly, mine were horrible. They were terrible. My granny was actually living with us at that time though, because my pop just passed away. And she's like, yeah, they're good. I'm like, Granny, I know you're lying. Like, I think they're disgusting, so I know you think they're disgusting. But I just kept on practicing because I knew what I could do. I was like, if I just keep on working with this, I'll be able to get it. I did, and I started to introduce them slowly. Selling at when I was 16 or 17. So I started to slowly introduce them, and then by the time I was 18 and my paperwork was done, I just started going full force. And I knew that this was going to be my thing for the long run. This wasn't just like a hobby. This was something that I could see definitely going international and me franchising. I've been speaking the same words ever since. Like, I'm going to franchise Cranky Grannies eventually.
And listen, and you're 21 and you're already doing it, and I think that is awesome. And are you delivering? Do you deliver?
Oh,
or it's like shipping?
It's breaking up. Hold on, give me 1 second. It's breaking up again.
Okay.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right. Well, when she comes back, I want to know, do you ship across the country?
Yes. We ship everywhere in the U.S., including Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands. And we've also tapped into Canada a little bit, but I'm not too much of a fan of shipping over to Canada just due to customs having to give me a call every time. But we do, yeah.
Okay. Listen, so you were breaking up a little bit, but yes, you do ship everywhere. Tell everyone how they can find you if
Did
they
you get
want.
to hear my answer? I'm not sure if it went through or not.
No, but tell everybody how they can find you if they want to order. Or did we lose her? Oh boy, I hope not.
It's funny because every time I go to the mall, I always think about her. Like, I always think about when I go to because Cinnabon used to be my spot, but I always, for some reason, I always think about her.
Yeah. Well, listen, like I said, she's 21 and she's already doing it, and now which is awesome. And she's already thinking about branding. She's already thinking about expansion, and she's already thinking about the fact that she wants a franchise, and she's got her head on straight. She's been doing this, even at her age, she has been doing this so far for the last 6 years. And I say kudos to her. You didn't get a chance to have the rolls, but I did. So I did that day, after our conference was over. I went around to every single vendor and made sure that I purchased something. But listen, in case we don't get her back, I think she's trying to come in now. I want to tell everybody that the Instagram handle is Cranky Grannies. That's CrankyGrannys. Again, exactly how it sounds. The Instagram handle is Cranky Grannies. Make sure you all go to her Instagram page and make sure that you see exactly what it is that she has to offer, and make sure you place your order, especially right now for the holidays. Siani, are you back?
Hey, I'm back.
Okay, yeah, I was giving everybody your social media handle and telling them to make sure that they place an order today. Make sure they place an order now for the holidays. I am actually, I have to finish out the show first, but as soon as this show is over, I will be going on and I am going to be placing an order. And I see that there are so many, there's a bunch of different varieties here. So I'm going to be placing my order as soon as this show is done. So please look out for mine because it's going to be
definitely do.
Yes, but listen, I know you're going in and out, so I don't want to keep you. I don't want to hold you, but I am going to make sure that we get you some places to ship to for this holiday season. So once again, you are on our radar, and whenever the world opens back up and we have another event, you will be the first vendor we call, and hopefully we can make sure that we get you back up here to us. So again, it was great talking to her.
I just want to say I'm just so proud of her. I'm so proud of her that she did not let anything deter her. I love the fact that she said, which is very important, that when you're doing innovation and you are actually looking for something to do, you got to do your research. And I love that she said, I researched it for 3 years, and realized that, there was no competition with Cinnabon. And I think that's amazing. So,
Siani, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right. Well, listen, I know you keep breaking up, but thank you so much for being with us tonight. And again, I am placing my order as soon as the show is done. And again, when the world opens back up, you're the first person we're calling.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so sorry that the connection.
It's technology. It's fine.
I had to be up at the store today so I can make dough for tomorrow. But thank you again for having me.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
You guys have a great one.
You too. You too.
Bye.
Alrighty. All right. Yes. Listen, you guys think you guys think I'm joking when I say that I'm going to be placing an order as soon as this show is over.
I believe you.
Between the coquitos and this, I may gain an extra.
Meanwhile, I'm eating carrots.
Oh, good for you, because I plan on having coquitos and these buns by January. So, but either way, so those are our guests for tonight, everybody. So again, we've had 3 amazing women, and again, we're not just featuring women. We had 2 amazing gentlemen who were on last week. And the hope is to have more next week while we're in studio. So again, if you know someone or if you would like to be featured on the show for next week, and we will be in studio, please let us know. DM myself or DM Queen B. We will be in studio. It is our holiday event, so we'll be dressed up. Ow, 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 ow. Look at the shoulders. Ow. We're going to be dressed up. We're going to be cute, and we will be in studio next week. And who knows? Maybe we'll have Melly come and drop us off
that'll be cool.
Some coquitos so that we can sip away as we do the show and feature 5 great, amazing people next week. So,
but what I love is everybody. I want everybody to pop in with a mask, but pop in. Just come in, show your face. Like, this was Christmas is always our one of our shows that I love. One of our shows that I love, because you never know who's coming.
Right.
You never know who's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
And I love that. And a lot of people pop up with gifts, like wine.
Yeah, people pop up with food, with alcohol, with gifts. People pop up just to say hello all the time. So listen, if you're in the area of the studio next week, December 15th, just make sure you stop in, poke your head in, say hello during the show, come and talk to us for a minute. Hopefully, like I said, we'll be featuring 5 additional amazing guests who are using the pause to do something. And we'll be there. Like I said, at the beginning of the show, I will also be accepting donations for the charity, the Fill a Bag charity. If you're in the area, please drop your donation off at the studio on Tuesday while we are there. That is between 7 and 8:30. And I will make sure that Sean gets everything so that she can send it out to the less fortunate. So, we'll be in studio next week and we'll be ready to go. So as we're finishing out our year, we only have a few more shows before 2021. So we have next week's show, which is going to be our holiday show, which again will be taking donations for the charity. And the week after that, December 22nd, we are going to be hosting a couples COVID Christmas show. So we're going to be featuring 5 couples on our show on December the 22nd. So that's 3 days before Christmas. So if you are a couple or you know of an amazing couple that you would like to feature, because we really want to have a discussion on how you have gotten along in this pandemic. And we want an honest discussion. We know that this pandemic has not only created millionaires or we know that it hasn't only been just about loss, but we do know that, and in this whole world of Zoom and technology thing, but it had to affect relationships as well, whether it was in a good way or in a not so good way.
So we want to know the good, bad, and the ugly.
Right.
We want to know all of the intricate things, because during this time, you in a relationship, you are in one, Chanel, and I am as well. But during this time, you really find out being home more who your mate really is. Mm-hmm. So we definitely want to delve into that. I think it's going to be a fun show.
What did y'all find out? So
right. It's going to be a fun show. I think it's going to be a great show.
I'm hoping so. So again, if you would like to be a part of that, you and your spouse, you and your mate would like to be a part of that, just DM myself or DM Queen B so that you can be on the show. We're going to do that via Zoom. So you will have a camera on the two of you at home. And you can join us and be a part of that. But I think it's important as we discuss health, and as we discuss finances, and as we discuss mental health and emotional well-being, and as we discuss everything else, it's important to discuss love and relationships too. We talked about at the beginning of the pandemic how it has affected people who are dating or looking for a mate, and those people who are doing more virtual dating now, and you can't necessarily go on a date because of the pandemic, and you don't want to spread anything or get anything. So we have a lot of people that are doing virtual dating now. We talked about that aspect of it, and that may have been back in March and April, one of our earlier pandemic shows, but we never talked about how it actually affects relationships.
Yes.
How it affects, and whether it's a new relationship, an old relationship, marriage, dating, engaged, whatever it is. How has it affected your relationship? Because this kind of change can't go by without it doing something, right? Did it pull you closer together? Did it almost rip you apart? Were there times you wanted to walk away? Were there times when you're like, no, this is really, really it. This person is really, really it for me. So those are some of the questions that we're going to ask, because I know that in the midst of, job loss and home loss or whatever, that obviously puts a strain on a lot of people's relationships. So again, we just want to have a candid conversation, because as we talked about saying, COVID is going to be a lesson in universities very, very soon, in the very near future. This is actually going to be a part of it too. So while we're talking about technology, and while we're talking about health and social justice and everything else, we can't leave this part out of it either. So, B, what's your thoughts on that?
I can't wait It will be fun to see. I know I have some things to share myself, and no, but you actually, I think you learn a person when you have to be in close vicinity with them, you know, a lot. So we weren't able to go out or do, you know, so many things, but I think just family in general. We've been able to strengthen families throughout this whole time, and some have broke, you know, have needed to take a break, or just because you are home all the time, you kind of found out who they really, really are, you know. And yeah, it's you know, it can make or break a relationship. COVID, right. I think. Right. It has made mine. I think standing still was good for me. How about you?
Really? Okay. I mean, we're going to get into that.
I'm just saying. How about you?
We'll get into that on the 22nd. I don't want to give everything away.
You can answer that. That's not everything. You can answer that question.
Oh no, we still here. You know.
We in there in the trenches.
We here. We out here. We're doing it. You know. We here, and you know, and we're a family. We're a blended family, and we are making it work, you know. So
this is my couch back here.
We'll talk about it. Listen, I can't talk about it without him. So when he is on, on the 22nd, we'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly together.
This is tissue.
We're fine. We're fine. Listen, you keep talking, he gonna run in here in a minute and be like, what y'all talking about?
I
know. So, but no, we're gonna save that to December 22nd though. So again, we are looking for couples. So if you and your mate would like to be featured on the show, please hit us up. You know? So we need you to hit us up for that. We need you to hit us up for donations, and we need you to hit us up if you would like to be featured on our holiday show next week. So hit us up for everything. Hit us up for all of that. We are here. We are doing it. What else we got, Queen Bee?
Nothing major, nothing minor. Just looking forward to the new year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's got to be better than this.
We hope so, right?
Yes.
We'll do a quick touch on politics, really briefly. So we got Joe Biden, Kamala. We're waiting on them to get in office. We're waiting patiently for them to get in office. We're waiting for the clown that's in there now to be relieved of his duties so that we can move on.
To get out them people's house. We're just waiting for him to get out them people's house.
Right. So we're waiting on that. I think everybody's proud of that. What else? Any more hot topics? What else we got?
I'm just trying to get this weight off.
COVID.
This COVID weight.
I'm not going to tell you how the owner of this fine radio station called me a COVID medium when I asked for a small T-shirt, and he said I was a COVID medium.
He said you're not that size anymore?
He said I'm not that size anymore since COVID. We'll talk about that after the show.
Okay.
Look, we'll talk about that after the
That's
show.
why I'm eating broccoli.
Okay, well, good for you, because I had pizza. But I am detoxing from meat, though. So I haven't had any meat. And, you know...
Yeah, but can you get rid of the other stuff?
Yeah. But I started with meat. So I haven't had meat I haven't had meat since Thanksgiving. So it hasn't been that long. But...
God bless you.
Yeah, I felt the need to detox after Thanksgiving. So, you know, no meat for me.
I just need to exercise.
Well, you know. Last week we had a yoga instructor on. He's a black male who teaches other black men yoga, but he does classes for women too. So we'll have to make sure to connect you to him.
I went to yoga with you.
Yeah. You didn't like it? Are we going to talk about friendships and
Chanel, do you remember?
I remember you talking when everybody was supposed to be quiet.
That's my point.
Listen, everybody. We are going to have an amazing show next week. We are going to be in studio. We are going to be dressed up. We are going to be cute. It is going to be a holiday show. I feel as though I need to bring a Christmas tree or something. I'm not sure. So that we can have a good time. Play some Christmas music as the intro, maybe. I don't know.
Little mistletoe or no?
Well, I mean, for who? It's only me and you in the studio. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need that. Anyway,
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, we could probably end a little early tonight. We had, like I said, 3 amazing guests.
Sounds good.
It has been a long day. We will continue this next week, same time, same place, God willing. And God willing, we'll all be there. Because in these COVID times, you never know, right? Yeah. So shout out to Sean and her Fill a Bag charity. Shout out to Melly and Melly's Coquitos, and shout out to Siani and Cranky Grannies, and salute to everyone who is using the pause to do something different
or to continue to do something that they've been doing.
Right, to continue to do something that they've been doing. We know that it is not easy. Even for us just to get on here every week, some weeks we're just like, and that's even if it is from home. So we do understand what it takes to do more than what is necessary at this time, because mentally and emotionally, a lot of us are spent at the end of our days. So again, shout out to everyone who is doing something. And for those of you who are just maintaining, kudos to you too, because that is something, and that is an accomplishment as well.
Absolutely.
All right, listen, I'm good. I'm actually ready to go to bed. I don't know about you.
Me too. I got work to do though.
You're still working. All right. Well, listen, Jeff, we're going to go ahead and sign off. For everybody who is watched, everybody who is listening, we love you guys. God bless
love you guys.
We pray that we will see you here, same time, same place next week with a host of different guests, and hopefully you can help us to celebrate.
I want to see you.
We love you guys.
Bye,
DM us, and please bring your donations. So, love you guys. Jeff, go ahead and take us away.